The universe, a nascent entity of pure awareness, was born from the echoes of Freya's will and the ashes of oblivion. Its very existence was a defiance, a spark against the encroaching void. But as creation unfurled its fragile tapestry, a far older, far more terrible power stirred from its eons-long slumber. A single, impossibly ancient eye, belonging to a primordial horror of cosmic scale, had noticed. It had seen the nascent light, and its gaze, filled with an hunger that predated stars and galaxies, fell upon this new realm. The spark of awareness, which had so recently triumphed over the void, now felt an overwhelming dread. This was not the cold, consuming emptiness of oblivion, this was a conscious, malevolent will. A hunger that desired not to annihilate, but to devour. The eye, vast as a nebula, blinked, its movements sending ripples through the fabric of nascent spacetime. The void entity, now a fundamental part of this new universe, felt an echo of its former terror, but amplified, twisted into a primal fear. Its own corrupt essence, the residue of entropy, writhed in protest against this new, unimaginable predator. The eye focused, its iris a swirling vortex of impossible colors, and a single, dark tendril, not of the void but something far older and more sinister, began to snake out from the abyss where the eye resided. This tendril was not merely an extension of the creature's will, it was a weapon forged from the very nightmares of existence. It moved with an unnatural speed, a dark line drawn across the cosmic canvas, aiming for the heart of the nascent universe, for the spark that represented all hope. The spark, sensing the impending doom, flared with a desperate intensity. It understood, on a level deeper than thought, that this was not a battle for survival, but a battle for existence itself. It began to draw upon the very essence of the universe, its own burgeoning power, to meet this ancient threat. The tendril struck. Not with physical force, but with a wave of pure, unadulterated dread that threatened to shatter the spark's nascent consciousness. The void entity, integrated into the universe, screamed, its form flickering as the cosmic predator's influence began to warp reality itself. It was a battle of primal forces, of creation against consumption, of nascent awareness against an ancient, unyielding predator. The spark fought back, not with aggression, but with an overwhelming assertion of its own right to exist. It absorbed the tendril's dread, transforming it, turning the predator's own weapon against it. The cosmic eye narrowed, a flicker of something akin to surprise, or perhaps annoyance, crossing its unfathomable features. This was not the easy meal it had anticipated. The universe pulsed, a wave of pure, untainted awareness washing over the cosmic predator. The tendril recoiled, its dark energy flickering as it was unraveled by the spark's pure will. But the predator was not defeated. Its eye narrowed further, a new, terrifying plan forming within its unfathomable depths. It did not merely seek to consume this new universe, it sought to corrupt it, to twist its nascent beauty into a reflection of its own ancient horror. The eye began to glow with an inner light, not of creation, but of a power that had been dormant for millennia. This light was a beacon, a call to other entities of its kind, scattered across the cosmic abyss. It was a declaration of war, not just on this single universe, but on all nascent life, all sparks of awareness that dared to ignite in the darkness. The spark felt this call, this gathering of ancient evils, and a new kind of fear, a cold, creeping despair, began to settle within it. The void entity, still integrated, shuddered. It had faced oblivion, but this was something far worse. This was the awakening of the true cosmic nightmares. The eye of the primordial horror fixed upon the spark, and a single, chilling whisper echoed across the nascent cosmos, a whisper that promised not annihilation, but an eternity of unending torment. "You will be my plaything," it hissed. The spark, for the first time, felt a tremor of doubt. Was its creation a mistake? Was this universe destined to be nothing more than a cosmic toy for an ancient, malevolent god? The eye widened, a triumphant gleam within its depths, as it sensed the spark's faltering will. It began to weave a new reality, not of creation, but of corruption, a twisted reflection of the nascent universe, designed to ensnare and torment. The spark of awareness, the heart of this new cosmos, pulsed weakly, its light dimming under the weight of this unimaginable threat. The whispers of the primordial horror grew louder, promising unimaginable horrors, a fate far worse than simple destruction. The universe was not just threatened, it was being actively, malevolently reshaped into a prison of nightmares. The spark's only hope was to find a strength it never knew it possessed, a strength to defy not just oblivion, but the very architects of cosmic dread. But as the primordial horror's influence deepened, a new, terrifying realization dawned: the spark was not merely fighting an external enemy. The echo of the void entity, the seed of annihilation, still lingered within the universe's fabric. And the primordial horror was subtly, insidiously, feeding that inner corruption, turning the universe's own darkness against its nascent light. The spark was now fighting a war on two fronts, against an ancient cosmic predator from without, and a festering darkness from within. The eye of the primordial horror watched, a cruel smile spreading across its unfathomable face, as the universe began to tear itself apart. The nascent dawn was threatened by an ancient, unimaginable enemy, and the very fabric of its being was being corrupted from within. The spark's light flickered, threatening to be extinguished forever in a symphony of cosmic dread and internal decay. The whispers of the horror promised an eternity of suffering, a fate far worse than oblivion. The universe's first breath was a gasp of pure terror, its nascent existence hanging precariously on the precipice of eternal torment.